To Joe. Joe is somebody I met through one of the boot campers who happened to use his tool for his job search. And I don't know if Ganesh is in the house, but if he is, please raise your hand. And what he did was he explored different AI things and different marketing approaches to his job search. And guess what? He went from being invisible to highly visible to being seen as a complete expert. So when I talk to him, he what Ganesh says is, "I'll never have to look for another job again." Because what he did and what he's done, partly because, mostly because of Joe's tool, he was able to be, a known, preeminent person in his field. He ended up getting four job offers at a way higher salary than he would have expected. And now he has people contacting him because he's continued the process. And so that's how I learned about Joe. And then being part of Joe's group, it's phenomenal what he's done with his AI tool and everything that it can do for job seekers and business owners. And I really feel like job seekers really we need to get people on the bandwagon of you have to be visible on LinkedIn to be noticed by recruiters. And it's virtually impossible to get noticed by recruiters unless you're visible on LinkedIn, unless you have the right keywords and hit the algorithm. I, and that's hard to do, right? But with Joe's tool and postings and just the visibility, and his tool has so many capabilities. It's like he's constantly innovating. So, Joe, thank you from the bottom of my heart for you being here. And I'm so grateful that you took time out of your San Diego trip to be with us. And we're in the same time zone, dude.
Thank you so much for having me. Amazing, amazing, amazing. Round of applause for Christy for putting this together. It looks like we have 55 people here. It's always great to be around other amazing human beings. I'm going to give you some actionable things that you can do today to get more exposure, more credibility, and have conversations with the people that can either refer business to you or do business with you, or the best jobs I ever got in my life, the best clients I've ever received always came from a referral. Those are the best things. And so if you learn how to network and you learn how to use LinkedIn effectively and then use technology to make it faster so that you could do more in less time, you're much more likely to be able to land the opportunity of your dreams and to get the consulting clients that you need and to be able to find the people that will totally fall in love with you. People do business with other people that know them, like them, and trust them. I'm spending time here in San Diego. I'm with 150 entrepreneurs. And people are like walking over to me and they're like, why does everybody love you, Joe? And I said, everyone doesn't love me. Everyone loves the way I make them feel when they're in front of me. That's very different. Everybody loves the way I make them feel because it's all about them. It's not about me. And so I'll walk over to someone, I'll be like, oh my God, look at those earrings. They are stunning. And that just made their day. Do you get what I'm saying? On LinkedIn, I'll do very similar things and I'll show you some of the things that I do so that you can apply them in your life. But I want you to have a networking mindset. A lot of people are in scarcity mindset. And I want you to go from scarcity mindset to networking mindset. Doesn't mean you have to be in abundance. Doesn't mean you have to make believe you're rich and start flying first class and taking loans out. I'm not telling you to do that. And I'm not telling you to spend any money. What I'm telling you is, I'm telling you to invest in changing the way that you think, because that is an investment. Going from negative to positive, going from fear to love, takes a lot of effort and energy. Takes 3 times more effort to be positive than it is to be negative. Negative is the default, survival is the default. And so I want to encourage you guys to do something that maybe will take a big risk today, which is find your LinkedIn profile URL and put it in the chat. Let's do that. Let's find our LinkedIn profile URL and put it in the channel. Let's see if we can have all 50 people. Let's see if we can have all 50 people, because I know some of you are robots. Just kidding. I know you're not a robot. But some of you are using AI a lot. So go ahead and put your LinkedIn profile in the chat. And if you're not sure how to find your LinkedIn profile, just go to LinkedIn, click on your own profile, and then the URL on top should say something like linkedin.com/in slash your first name, last name. Maybe it has some numbers, maybe it doesn't. But go ahead and do that right now. And let's see if we can get at least 50 of you, which is 90% of you to actually do this. Now, if you can't find it, just write, I can't find it. If you're on your phone and you're not sure how to do it, say not sure how to do it or look me up. You can say look me up and people will Google you and they'll find you. It's totally fine. But at least put something in the chat to let us know that you're alive. Let us know that you're here. Let us know that you're alive. I want at least 50 people to leave a comment. Right now, it just says 36 new comments, unread comments. So obviously, we didn't get to everybody yet. But until it says 50 new comments, I know that I haven't done my job. It says 38 right now. We're moving up. We got 12 more people. What are you guys doing? Are you guys looking for your LinkedIn profile? You don't have it front and center. I do recommend that every time you go on a Zoom call, and the host tells you to have your LinkedIn profile, that should be a template that you already have ready to go. So, lesson number one is have templates for how people can hire you, can do business with you, can get in touch with you. You can store those templates on your computer, either in a Word doc. We like storing them in a technology that I created called Evi AI. So, there are three things I like to do when I'm networking. I like to make sure that I have good content and communication. I like to make sure that I have an organized list of people and that I research them and that I have their contact information. And then I like to make sure that I have templates that are ready to go. So when somebody's like, Joe, can you do an audit on my profile? That I'm able to send them the link to the audit. Do you get what I'm saying? Like they want the audit. And so I want to send them the link to the audit. So I will send them the link. But I'm not going to talk about the audit. I'm not going to talk about anything else unless we get to 50 notifications. And we're at 49. There's one turtle. Let's push the turtle over the edge. Let's get the turtle over the edge. We need one turtle. Who's the turtle? We got a bunch of rabbits here. But why is there a turtle? Come on. Ah, finally. Finally, we have 50. Mazel tov. Mazel tov. Congratulations. As they say in Japan, kampai, kampai. Kampai, l'chaim. As they say in Brooklyn, l'chaim. Or in Israel, whatever, depending on where you're from. Brooklyn or Israel, doesn't matter. Same thing. Okay, I'm going to share my screen. By the way, the reason I did this, there's two reasons why I did this. Reason number one is I want you guys to connect with each other. And this way you guys can do business with each other, support each other, refer each other, and so on. But there's a little sneakier reason. Let me tell you the sneakier reason. The sneakier reason is I want to save the chat, and then I want to have that text file available for me and my artificial intelligence assistant to help me organize the list, to know who was in the room. Do you get what I'm saying? So I'm going to go ahead, click on the top right corner of the chat, press Save Chat, and then I'll have the chat available for myself. I'm not going to have everyone in the room, but I have 50, which is good enough for me. I don't need to capture everybody and everything. And then I'm going to share my screen so you can see what I see. Do you see I have a little folder here that says meeting, new, save, chat? You guys see that? So that's my little text file. So I'm going to take that little text file and I'm going to go into Claude, which I use. I love using Claude. And then I'm just going to drag that file. You see this file over here? I'm just going to drag it into the Claude right here. And then I'm going to say, make me a CSV with first, last, and LinkedIn URL and make it numbered with all the people. And if no LinkedIn URL, make a set, whatever URL, just write NA. Okay? I'm going to press enter. And what this is going to do is it's going to take the screenshots that I took earlier from the Zoom meeting room along with the chat, and it's going to make me a CSV file with everyone's information that I can then put into a spreadsheet, a CSV. Do you guys know what a CSV stands for? Comma separated values. And so if I click on this and I click on the CSV, it'll show me the spreadsheet essentially. It's basically a spreadsheet. And then I press on this little spreadsheet button over here, and then it shoves it into a Google Sheets. Have you guys heard of Google Sheets? So it shoves it into a Google Sheets, and then I go over here and I'm going to say Christy Haley Strover PRG PRG meeting, and then I'm going to date it. Today is what, 4 point, let's just call it today is the 17th, point 26. Okay. So now I have this Google spreadsheet. You see that? Now the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to click on File. I'm going to click on Freeze, row one. That means when I scroll down, I still have it as row one. And I have all the people here. Do you see I have all the people here? So I didn't put mine in here, so I'm going to go ahead and update mine. HTTPS www.linkedin.com/in/Joe Apfelbaum. Okay, so I have mine here. And then the rest of the people, I can Google them and find them myself. Okay, very easy to Google somebody and find them. Now, I'm going to give you guys this sheet as my little gift because I'm a person that loves to give gifts to people. Okay, so I just went ahead and put that sheet. If you don't have access to that sheet, because you might not have access, I'm going to stop sharing my screen, then you could just request access, and I'll be more than happy to just hit approve. Okay? All you got to do is click on request access, I'll hit approve, and then you can go there and fill in additional details about the type of job that you're looking for or the type of opportunity. So I'm going to add an additional column for you. I'm going to share my screen again and show you how I add an additional column to a spreadsheet. And this is how I network. I'm going to say type of job, what you can give, sell, email, location, whatever, right? And then you guys can add whatever you want, type of job you want, what you can give everybody, your cell, your email, location. Maybe I'll put resume link, whatever. Okay. So now I have this really cool spreadsheet that I created. And by the way, I, whoop, Control Z, Control B, um, I don't mind giving you guys access to the spreadsheet because how long did it take me to create? 15 people want it. I'm going to press review. I'm going to go to the bottom. Maybe the top. There's a button that says share all somewhere. Oh, I'm gonna go look for the, accept all. So I hit accept all, give access, and now everybody can edit the sheet. Okay? I'm gonna press share anyway, and everyone can edit the sheet. Do you guys see you see what I did? Now, if you're in a networking group and you're the one that does this for everybody, you now become the what? The giver. You're now the one that organized the information from everybody. So step one is you get everyone to put their LinkedIn URL in the chat. Step two is you take screenshots of the participants list. And you don't have to do this in a room with 66 people. You can do this in a room with 5 people, with 10 people. And you put the spreadsheet together, you share the spreadsheet with everybody in the chat. Everyone requests access, they're in, everyone writes what they want to do. Simple technology. Do you guys get it? If you got value so far, just from that alone, write value in the chat. We're going to get into LinkedIn and teaching you a bunch of other stuff. But this is like the very basic of helping people create blessings for each other. Because if I don't know what you need, that's not, and if it's not organized and I can't follow up later, it's not helpful. You get what I'm saying? It's not helpful. I'm trying to be as helpful as possible. So many people are there to take. I'm a giver. I love to give. The secret to living is giving. So this is my gift to you up front. The first couple of minutes, I'm out there just giving value. Now, I'm going to give some more value here today, and I'm going to show you some things that I do to be able to never have to worry about making money again. Never worry about have to get a job again. And I'm going to walk you through my quick presentation. So if you guys never heard of me, my name is Joe Apfelbaum. I teach people how to use LinkedIn authentically to be more efficient in life and in business. I have a digital marketing agency that I've had for over 2 decades. We're ranked on the Inc. 500 as one of the fastest growing private companies in America. I'm the author of 5 books, including High Energy Networking. I'm the founder of an AI assistant for LinkedIn, a software developed to help users maximize the platform, save time, craft comments and content, and use AI to learn your voice. And when I'm not speaking on stages worldwide, I spend time with my 5 beautiful children who live in Brooklyn, New York, with their mother. One of them moved in with me recently. I love rollerblading and rapping. Those are the things I love to do. They're both ours. So here are the common problems people have. Number one is they don't have a LinkedIn strategy. You want to find a job, you need a strategy. They're overwhelmed by the platform. There's so many bells and whistles. Number two is they try to use LinkedIn, they tried to apply, or they tried to find an opportunity or a consulting gig, and they got no results. Number three is they know how to use LinkedIn, they know how to log in, but when they message someone, like an HR director, a headhunter, a recruiter, or even their brother from another mother, they're afraid to do it because they're afraid they're going to be annoying. So they're not sure the best messages to send. Some people, they're not sure what to post on LinkedIn, so they're not posting consistently. Other people think that their content is not good enough because they're not getting likes. Meanwhile, their content is probably amazing. They just don't know how to get likes and comments on their content. Some people, it's about automation, how to get automation, how to do things faster without getting banned. They're afraid they're going to get banned. And other people, it's like, I just want more conversations. That's what they need. And other people are willing to invest time and money, effort and energy to learn LinkedIn. So where are you? Which one do you say resonates the most from all these? Maybe you pick two numbers. So one would be I don't have a strategy. Two would be I tried LinkedIn, I didn't get results. Put it in the chat. Let me know which one resonates with you. Number three is I know how to use LinkedIn, but I don't know how to message strangers and get responses. Number four is exposure. Number six is my content doesn't get engagement. Number seven is I'm afraid of using automation. And by the way, I don't teach automation. I don't recommend automation, but people confuse using AI with using automation. They're two separate, completely different things. Like I just use AI and people think, oh, you did automation, you're going to get banned from LinkedIn. I use Claude. Okay. LinkedIn doesn't know that I copied and pasted stuff from Zoom to Claude. Okay. It's irrelevant. You're not going to get banned for doing stuff like that. But I used AI, right? And maybe you need number seven, or number eight, I need more conversations, or number nine, you're willing to invest the time, energy, and effort in order to actually get results. Not everybody's willing to make an investment in themselves, or they don't have the time to do it, but you have to be willing to take the time to learn it, to be part of a community of people that are doing it together, like Christy's part of a community of people that are doing it together, and you get results if you're part of a community. So LinkedIn is growing really fast. They have 1.3 billion members right now, growing at a rate of three new members every second. The CEO of LinkedIn wants to get to 3 billion members. So you're the first, if you're on LinkedIn right now, you're the first users compared to how many more people are going to be on LinkedIn in the next decade. It's going to grow really quickly. It's growing by 70 million people a year. And LinkedIn is powerful. You know, four to five members drive business decisions, 277% more effective on lead gen than Facebook and Twitter, but only 3% of people are posting. How many people here posted in the past day? Like, how many people here posted? Say, I posted in the past day. Write day, week, month, year in the chat. Write day, week, month, year in the chat. I'm curious to know. Day, week, month, year. Posted this morning, week. Never. You could write never if you've never posted. Okay, cool. Look at that. Love that. Month, month, month. I like posting every day. That's what I like to do. And the reason I post every day is because people only see your posts when they go to the feed or when they go to your profile. So it doesn't matter if you post every day. But it does matter because people won't remember you if they don't see you. People tell me that they see me all the time. They see me all the time. People tell me they see you all the time, Joe. How do you do this? I said, I just have a practice. I post once a day. I'm going to show you how I post today. You guys want to see me do a post live right now? I'll show you live how I do a post. So I'm going to go back over here. I'm going to accept these six new people that asked for access. And then I'm going to say share anyway. Okay. I'm going to go into LinkedIn. I'm going to close Erica's profile. So over here it says, so grateful for all these amazing people that I got to meet at the speakeasy. So I had a goal to do 44 selfies. I didn't get to 44. I only got to 40 selfies. These are the 41 selfies. So I have another three selfies to do. So I'm going to go downstairs to the lobby of the hotel in a few minutes and try to find three more people that I haven't done selfies with that I could do a selfie with before the end of the day. That's my commitment today. Do three more selfies today. So grateful to get to meet all these amazing people I met at the Speakeasy Mastermind. Looking forward to the pool party today. Okay. But I'm going to say, but my question is, do you value in person versus um, Zoom meetings? Okay. So now I'm going to copy this question. You see, it says, my question is, do you value blah, blah, blah? And then I'm going to go into Evie AI, which is my assistant for social media, and I'm going to tell it that I want to write a post. I want it to be a post related to networking. I wanted to have a informative style. I wanted to have it elegant, and I wanted to be me, Joe Applebaum, CEO of Evie AI. So I press generate, And what's going to happen is it's going to take this question that I copied and pasted here and it's going to write an entire post. You see that? Now what I can do is I can take this post because I want to increase the dwell time on my post. You get what you know dwell time is? How long people spend on my post? So I'm going to quickly read this. The value of in-person versus Zoom meeting often depends on the context of the goal of the interaction. In-person meetings are like planting a seed in fertile soil. They foster deeper connection. Da, 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 da. When you face to face, you can establish da, 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 da. Zoom meetings, on the other hand, are like watering the seed. They provide flexibility, blah, 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 blah. They allow us to stay connected without the logistical hurdles of travel, making quick check-ins more feasible. Both serve a purpose. The key is da, 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 da. Okay, in my experience, blending both creates a balanced approach to leveraging strength. It's not about choosing one over the other. Da, 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 da. Building genuine relationships are like nurturing a garden. Sometimes it requires hands-on intimacy. Ultimately, blah, blah, blah. I'm going to say, which do you like better? Okay. And then I'm going to go here and I'm going to press post. Do you see that? I pressed post. And how long did it take me to post that thing? Guys, how long did it take me? Did it take me a long time or was it fast? In the chat, let me know. Was it a long time or was it fast? Fast. Someone said fast. Now, the reason why this is a very authentic post is because it has photos of me, it has photos of 40 other people, and it has a real topic that people want to talk about, but I didn't have to write the whole thing. I didn't have to write the whole thing. I'm going to put a link to the post so you guys can all like on it. Go ahead, all like on the post. Go to the post and give it a thumbs up, or maybe give it a heart or a light bulb, depending on your attitude. If you're an Aquarius, definitely give it a light bulb. If you're a Scorpio, give it a heart. Everybody else, just give it a like. Just kidding. Give it whatever you want. Um, it's interesting. Like you tell people, it's like people are like, I don't even know what I am. I'm an Aquarius. I don't even know what I am. But anyway, go ahead, give it a like, and then ask yourself, how easy is it to leave a comment on the post? Maybe it's easy for you to leave a comment, say, Joe, thank you for the webinar. I love meeting people on Zoom. I prefer in person. In person is better. Whatever, give us your opinion. But think about how long it takes you to write that opinion. For some people, like Christy has a technology called Evie AI. It'll take her exactly 1 second for her opinion to appear under that post, and it might be 7 to 10 words in her voice. You guys understand? Because Christy has the technology to write a comment with AI. For everybody else that might not have that technology, it might take you a minute, 2 minutes, 3 minutes, or you might even hesitate to leave a comment, period, which is a huge problem. Do you want to know why that's a huge problem? Because comments create credibility. I'll say it again. Comments create credibility. If I find Cindy's posts and I leave a comment on Cindy's post and I was the only one that commented, I now have instant credibility with Cindy. Why? Because I did something good for Cindy. I acknowledged Cindy. She took the time to write a post, often manually. I also wrote that post manually, but I only wrote the first line manually. It's not that I'm lazy, it's that I want to be efficient with my time, and I'd rather spend 1 minute writing a post than 1 hour writing a post. I'd rather spend an hour having a conversation with you guys. You get what I'm saying? I would rather spend 1 second writing a comment than 5 minutes writing a comment or overthinking it and not doing it. So let me go and take a look at who commented on the post right now, just to kind of show you what that would look like as a comment. And that will give you instant credibility in my eyes to show that you're a giver. Let me go to my profile. I'm going to scroll down to my recent post. This is what I do for everyone. When I look at their profile, I go to their posts and I go down. And then right here, I see 6 people commented. So 6 people gain credibility in my eyes. Why? Because they took the time to comment. Like Bill, for example. He got credibility in my eyes. I'm going to go to Bill right here, and I'm going to reply to his presentation, to his comment. But do you see the way I replied with a keyboard shortcut using Evie AI? Bill, building relationships is like a garden. In-person meeting, blah, 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 whatever. You see that? I can
Yes,
do that.
John.
Now, the other thing I can do is Michael has credibility in my eyes. So I'm going to go to Michael, and Michael, I'm going to say, Michael, thank you so much for letting me know. And then I'm going to input the text that I spoke into Evie AI by pushing the up arrow into LinkedIn. And I actually use my actual physical voice to say it. Okay. Tom, who's the chief financial officer in B2B SaaS, whatever. I'm going to click on this and I'm going to say, I love when CEOs use LinkedIn, but CFOs are the ones that really drive the business. Okay. I'm going to press over here and I press submit. Do you see that? I acknowledged him for being a CFO. I need both in person. Now I could also write thank you. You see? Like for Jeffrey, I just wrote thank you. That's fine. You could do that. I like both. I could also ask a question. I can say something like, Michelle, I know that you like both options, but which one do you like better? Do you see that? And I could push the little up arrow here, and that what I just said is there. You see? And then I press go. So there's many different ways that I can reply to each person, but it's important for you to acknowledge each person that leaves a comment. So he said so this one he wrote a little bit of a longer one. So in this case, I'll just have the AI write a reply just like that. You see that? So I can decide which one do I want, semi, hybrid, complete, total. I want to use a keyboard shortcut, whatever. I can do that. That's very powerful. And by the way, to get access to this type of technology is not expensive. It's not an expensive assistant that you can hire. This assistant costs a total, if you pay for the year, it's 50 cents, less than 50 cents a day. Now, the question is, would you invest 50 cents to have unlimited comments that you could leave? Would you invest 50 cents in that if you knew about this type of technology? And if the answer is yes, just write yes in the chat or put a 50 in the chat. Put a 50, picture, 50 cents in the chat. If you would invest 50 cents to get access, unlimited comments as often as you like, put a 50 cents in the chat. I'm curious to know if anybody would invest 50 cents. And the beauty is that the 50 cents also allows you um, to save profiles into lists, which I really like to do. I like to organize my connections. Do you get what I'm saying? So I can take a profile, add it into a list, so I know who I met at a particular event. So I could take all of your profiles and add you all to a list, which is nice to have. And then I can click a button and then do research on you. So that's 50 cents. Really easy. Dino put a 50 cent, like a shining 50 cent. I love that. You guys are very creative. I love that. So if I knew a CEO that I really, really liked and I wanted to work for that CEO, what I would probably do is if they were commenting every day on LinkedIn, posting every day on LinkedIn, I would probably be the one that comments on their post every day. Do you get what I'm saying? So imagine if you had 100 CEOs at companies that are doing over $100 million a year in revenue that could pay you between 200 and $300,000 a year, and you were thoughtfully commenting on their posts each day, which is what Ganesh was doing, or directors of HR or CFOs or whoever your manager might be, or whoever would hire you as a consultant might be. Do you get what I'm saying? Yeah, $15 a month equals about 50 cents, a little less than 50 because there's 365 days in the year. So that's the idea. Um, if you guys want me to send you a special link that will also give you access to a course called LinkedIn 101, I'm happy to send you the details of that. Just put a dollar sign in the chat and I will send you that link to the special section that has that. So it's 180 for the year, and you get unlimited posts, unlimited comments, image generation, all that stuff included in that. Let me go find the link for you in my templates. And you could also save templates into EVAI as well, which saves me a ton of time. Let me look. Premium. Okay, premium. Here you go. I'll put the link in the chat for that. There's a special link for that that includes a LinkedIn 101 course and a community. I just put the link in the chat so you guys have access to it. No, EVAI works on every social platform. It doesn't only work on LinkedIn. It works everywhere. It works all over the internet, actually. It doesn't just work on LinkedIn. But that's the idea. Okay, I just put it in the chat. If you guys want to click on it, feel free to look at it. Okay. I have a question for you guys. I have a question for you guys. How much time do you think a person should be spending on LinkedIn if they're looking for a job? If you're looking for an opportunity, a job, how much time do you think you should be spending on LinkedIn each day? Feel free to put it in the chat. How much time do you think you should be spending? 30 minutes a day, 3 hours a day? What are you doing with the rest of your time? This is what I asked my daughter. My daughter's looking for a job right now to be an esthetician. And I said, how much time should you be spending? So she's like, I don't know, 30 minutes. I was like, what are you doing with the rest of your time? She's like, I'm organizing. I'm getting ready. I'm sleeping. I was like, so you really want a job? Do you really want a job? Make it a job to find a job. Make it a job to find a job. Think about that. Make it a job to find a job. Someone said networking in person. That's powerful. So you might want to split LinkedIn and networking in person, but make it a job to find a job. I would spend hours on LinkedIn if I was looking for a job, but what I would spend doing on LinkedIn is the following. I'm going to show you. I'm going to show you what I would spend time doing on LinkedIn. Let me go to my presentation again real quick. LinkedIn's a global platform. 13 billion backlinks. It works really well recommending people. So I recently had somebody that hired me for a consulting gig. She paid me $7,000. She found me on ChatGPT because of my LinkedIn. So when you're posting on LinkedIn, ChatGPT picks it up, Google picks it up, Gemini picks it up, Claude picks it up, Perplexity picks it up. So if you want to be the number one in your industry, make sure that you're posting on LinkedIn regularly. The best time to network is right now, but most people fail at LinkedIn because they have no strategy. They have no strategy. That's a big problem. People are absent, lurkers, networkers, influencer. This is the path that we take people from the bottom to the top. If they're absent, they're not using it. If they're a lurker, they have no strategy. If they're a networker, they're dabbling, they're posting once in a blue moon. But if you're an influencer, you post daily and you're getting conversations every single day. These are the things you should learn to do on LinkedIn. I know it's a lot, but if you get the right training, you get the right support, you'll be able to learn how to do all these things on LinkedIn, posting, engaging, messaging, polls, videos, articles, newsletters, events, company page, all this type of stuff can help you. And this is the path to success. First, you need a strategy. We have a coaching program where we offer strategy. We help you develop your plan. We make sure to identify all the right people. We help you craft your promise. Then we help you pick the right target market. We help you come up with your message. We help you identify all your stories. We help you optimize your profile. Not everybody needs a strategy, and it's very expensive. So not everyone's willing to afford what it costs to build a strategy and get support like that. It's not $15, it's not 50 cents. But Ganesh invested in it and he got results. So if you're interested, just write interested in the chat. It is expensive. It's not cheap. It's not for everybody. Not everybody's looking to make 170, 270,000 a year. They're willing to spend money to build a strategy. It's very expensive. But if you're interested in learning more, just write interested in the chat and I'll send you details about it. Um, because it takes a lot of effort and a lot of energy and a lot of time. Imagine us holding your hand every day, twice a day for a year to make sure that you get results. So if that's something that you want, I'm happy to do it for a few people that are interested. I can send you details about it. But here's what I want everyone to do every day. I want you to get exposure. I don't want you to get credibility. And feel free to screenshot this or take a picture of it. I want you to get credibility and I want you to have conversations. Conversations is what gets me clients. Right now, I'm having a conversation with Christy. It happens to be that 70 of her friends are listening. It's just me and Christy talking. Nobody else is here. Just kidding. I'm having a conversation with one person, right? Other people might be listening. But if you have a conversation 5 a day, every single day, the likelihood of you being successful is so much higher than if you're not having conversations with people. So every day, 5 a day, but you need to have the right strategy to know who the right people are. Do you get what I'm saying? So let me just show you how I create a strategy for Christy. Christy, should I create a strategy for you? I'm gonna stop. I'm gonna stop. I want to look at the chat real quick, see what's going on here. I see these 40 notifications. Okay, a couple people said interested over here. That's nice. Thank you, Miguel. Thank you, Alan. I'm gonna go ahead and take a look at. Okay, good. By the way, any questions so far? Did anyone come up or use the webinar chat to connect with others and a LinkedIn profile? Blah, blah, blah. Any questions that you guys have so far about this? Exposure,
There
credibility.
were a couple of questions early on, and now I can't find them. Oh,
Oh,
does EVII work on LinkedIn, any social media
yeah, it works everywhere.
platform?
It works Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, LinkedIn, TikTok. It works on Google. It works in your CRM. It works everywhere. I could show you guys how it works everywhere. If you tell me, if you say, show me how it works on Facebook, I'll show you. Where did does EVI provide a content strategy with our more expensive version, not the $15, not the 50 cents a day? We do provide you with a strategy. Like I'll create one now for Christy just to kind of show you how quickly we're able to do it. Um, I'm going to Christy. Let's see. I'm going to pull her up. Okay. I'm going to pull up Christy's profile real quick. It's loading. Just give me a second. Networking strategy. Okay. So I pulled up Christie's profile. I'm gonna go ahead, log into Christie's system over here. I'm gonna grab her profile and I'm gonna say, pull up all her information. Okay. So I'm pulling up Christie's information. I'm pulling her skills. I'm downloading her last 50 posts. So this is with our more expensive version of EVAI. We give you the ability to like pull everything there is to know about you from the internet, from everywhere. And then we take that information and then we organize it and we take you through the plan, the people, the promise. Remember remember this presentation I showed you? We take you through this path completely using AI and then we coach you on it. We meet you. The main thing is the coaching, and then we meet you, we coach you on it, we guide you, and we support you twice a day, every day to help make sure that you get through this entire path from the beginning to the end. Um, Right now, it's still downloading her profile. But yeah, but we'll write the whole plan. We'll identify who the people are. We'll write up all her messaging. We'll pull the last 50 posts and find all her stories. We could also pull podcasts and anything that she's ever spoken about and pull all that together with AI. We'll write up her whole profile. We'll basically do the whole thing for her pretty quickly. And it's really fascinating how we put everything together. And then, we basically teach you all the different aspects of LinkedIn, from posting, engaging, and messaging. And we have lots of different hacks that we teach you on how to do things faster. But here are some things to avoid doing. Don't connect and pitch. Don't be pitching people. Don't replace your personal stories and lived experience for just very technical stuff that people, you'll share technical stuff about your work. Don't do that. Instead, share what you're up to, share who you are, share things people would be interested in. Avoid generating fake testimonial or manufactured fake proof. Like you want real social proof from real people because on LinkedIn you can authenticate everything. Don't be pitching people. Warm people up. Build a real relationship. Get to know people first. And then avoid replacing genuine human relationship building conversations with just transactional conversations. You want to really, really build relationships and make sure that your voice really stands out. This is one of our clients, Liz Alam. She just had me speak in front of 350 CEOs of co-working spaces. And as you can see, we helped her optimize her profile. She has thousands of followers on LinkedIn. But more importantly, like whenever I'm looking at any profile, I have a little thing on the side that kind of tells me who she is, her email, her phone number. EviAI helps you find the emails and phone numbers of people. So if I go to, for example, anybody's profile on LinkedIn, like for example, Haley's profile, Christy, you see, I can go ahead and deploy agents that will research every aspect of her online. See these little agents that are searching everything about her? It's pulling up everything there is to know. So with the more expensive version of EviAI, we give you a lot of really cool features that allow you to do really amazing things. But can somebody give me an example of a company they want to work for? Put their website in the chat for a company that you want to work. You see it found her email address over here, which is nice. Notable achievements, conversation starters. You see that? Tells me what to speak to her about. I don't have to like think about it. That's the beauty of this whole thing. I don't have to think about any of this stuff. It just basically works. So guys, put in the website of a company you want to work for in the chat. I want to show you something cool, a new feature. I think, Christy, I think you're going to like this new feature that we created.
I'm excited. Well, it's just so interesting, just the conversation starters. And I mean, look at that. It's like, yeah, wow.
And this is level one. This is 15 sources. Do you guys want to see level two, what it picked up on her? So I'm going to save this as a note on her profile inside EviAI. So with the higher version of EviAI, you can leave notes on people's profiles. So I'm going to go ahead and leave a note on her profile, but I'm going to go ahead and look at in 41 seconds, we picked up additional email addresses. You see resumes, info at her personal email, of her phone number, her Twitter, and even deeper conversation starters because we looked at 160 sources in 40 seconds.
So Dave asks, why would I use Evi AI instead of premium version of ChatGPT or Claude?
Because it's integrated into LinkedIn. So you could spend your time writing a prompt each time and trying to leave a comment on people's posts, like Barbara, for example. I want to support Barbara right now, okay? So I'm going to go ahead, go to Barbara's profile. I can copy her post into ChatGPT along with a prompt and then go back into LinkedIn and paste it back in each time. Or what I can do is I can go have Evi AI draft a comment in just a few seconds. I can have Evi AI and I can pick, you see over here, it says understood the difference between feeling da da da. It read the post and I drafted a comment. So it's about saving time. If you value your 50 cents more than you value an hour of your time, then definitely use ChatGPT Premium and go back and forth with ChatGPT. But if you value your time more than 50 cents, then use this tool that integrates directly into LinkedIn. That's really the question.
Well, and that's a good way of putting it. There's also all the templates and all the different personas, and
Yeah,
it's wild what you can do with it. And
100%.
yeah, the whole integration. It's all
Yeah.
in one thing.
It's all built in one thing. So for example, if I want to go to my recent posts on LinkedIn, I'm going to go to my recent posts on LinkedIn. I'm going to click on my own profile and I want to leave a comment on my own post. Okay, you know you could leave a comments on your own post, right? You guys know that already. So if I want
Yeah.
to leave a comment on my own post, I click on the comment box over here, and then I go to the bottom of the post and I click into the comment box. I have templates already that I could just inject into LinkedIn. You see that? I just put my audit. I have a LinkedIn profile audit I created to help you get tips on how to improve your profile. Go to footprintaudit.com. Please let me know what you think. You see that? So I send this audit to people. When they fill out this audit, it gives them tips. So it's my way of adding value to people's life. I don't even have my logo on there. It's just an audit that I create for people. It asks a bunch of questions. You're looking for a job, you're looking for clients, whatever. And then after that, it gives you a bunch of tips. I have that as a resource that I give people. So my question to you is what resource, if you want clients or opportunities, what resources are you giving people? What value are you adding to the world? If you're already an expert, you want to be giving resources to people. I see Christy responded. I say thank you so much. So I have tons of templates and we have so much in our community. So like if you go into our community, I'm going to click here just a second. And I'm going to click on community here. And I'm going to click on join the EVI community. So one of the things that we provide our clients with is the ability to join our community. So if you're a client, you join the community, you click on the community tab, and then you're going to see that right now, as we speak, there's an event going on. Barbara's hosting an event. One of our clients is hosting an event. So what happened this event? 227 people commented on this event, and they commented with their LinkedIn posts. You see that? And then everybody went ahead and they commented on each other's content. So I'm going to participate in this posting party that's happening right now by taking my link to my post, the one that I shared with you guys, and sharing it inside the community for today. And people are live on Zoom watching this. You get what I'm saying? I'm on the Zoom with you instead of being on Zoom with my clients in my community. They're fine. They're handling it by themselves. It kind of had took a life of its own. Do you know what I mean? So my clients are the ones hosting events now. So Michael North, for example, I'm going to click on Michael North's profile over here. and I'm going to leave a comment on his post. Now, instead of me going to ChatGPT and copying and pasting a prompt and dealing with the whole thing, I just click on that and boom, the comment is there. Do you guys see what I just did?
Mhm. Mhm.
And then you could see all my other clients leaving comments, and they're all different comments. Every comment comes out differently because, like Christy said, you customize it to your voice, your tone, your style, your persona, your goal. Everything is different. And so you can choose all that when you're preparing to leave comments. Every single one of these are our clients, president of Anchor CFO. I place engineers and operations sales leaders. All these people are leaving comments on Michael North's post. And Michael North is a pretty new client, and he's already getting results from Evie AI. So here's a new feature. I'm going to go to see what people wrote, what websites people want a job at. So for example, Dino said he wants a job at Resource Pro. Thank you, Dino. I'm going to go into Evie AI. This is a new feature we added last week, Christy. So you may not even know this feature exists. I'm going to click on Network inside Evie AI, and then I'm going to click on Find Prospects. You see on the top right corner, Christy, it says Find Prospects. I'm going to click on Find Prospects. I'm going to click on Domain and search resourcepro.com. Um, I'm actually going to remove the HTTP here. I think my Jen, if you're here, tell what's his name to like fix it so it shows everyone that works there, even if it doesn't have HTTP. Whatever, we'll fix that. We just launched it so it has a little bug that if it has HTTP and a slash, it's not going to show you who works there. But do you see all the people that work at Resource Pro? There's 1,765 people inside EviAI's database with their email and cell phone number that work at Resource Pro. Then I can then go ahead and then just click, for example, the principal of Resource Pro, Charles. I can click on this button here. I can do save as a connection. And now without even going to LinkedIn, I have his information right over here. And then I could use all my little agents to research him, or I can click on this button and look to see if Charles even posted recently. You see that? And I see the last time Charles posted was 2 years ago. So time to call Charles and have a conversation with him. So here's his phone number. I can call him. Do you see that? If I want to write an introduction, write an email, I can click on Create Insights and I can choose either from my notes that I took of him to produce all those insights, or we can download his LinkedIn profile and produce all those things from his LinkedIn profile without even being on LinkedIn. I'll tell you why I did this, Christy. LinkedIn limits to you as to how many people you can look at in a day. So I added 280 million LinkedIn profiles into Evie AI so that you can find the right people you want to work with without going to LinkedIn. And you could look at thousands a day, hundreds of thousands a day, millions a day if you want. I mean, you don't have the resources to do that. But my point is, we don't want to limit you for how many people you can connect with, call, build a relationship with, get their email. So you just go to Evie AI and with your $15 version, you can log in and you can see all the people that work at all the companies. You put in a domain, you put in a phone number, you know who the person is. You put in an email, it shows you their LinkedIn URL. If you have the more expensive version, you also have that AI research I did on Christie that looks at hundreds of websites and all that, whatever. But that's not for everybody. Start with the very simple version and then you can upgrade to AI research and other stuff. But the idea is that I want to support you to make an extra 100K in profit. That's what I want to do. And if I can help you and make a difference for you, that means the world to me. If I can help you. Fortunately, I've been making millions of dollars over the past decades. So I'm in a very, very good place where I can go on vacation, I could go hang out in entrepreneur groups, I can do all types. I have a lot of options in my life. A lot of people don't have a lot of options in their life. And it's because they haven't been consistently networking and having conversations. I have more people that want to speak to me than I could possibly speak to. I just had 5 phone calls that came to me while I was on this session. 5. And these are people that I value very, very much. And then I texted, I said, listen, I can't. I'm in a session. Do you get what I'm saying? I have a lot of choices of who I can talk to. And on my LinkedIn, I have people messaging me right now. They want to get on the phone with me because I posted something today. So imagine you had that Rolodex of people that know you, like you, and trust you. Imagine you had that. I want to inspire you to create that at any age, whether you're 50, 60, 70. I have many 80-year-olds that are in my community that are for the first time getting on 5 conversations a day, and as a result, generating $10,000 a month just by having a good offer and by having conversations with people without selling. Selling is smelling. Pitches get stitches.
There's a couple of questions about AI and how it works with different social media tools. One thing that I've learned, your staff helps people individually. It's crazy. So there's office hours that you have, and people help with the technical stuff. So whatever question you have, you just go on to one of the sessions, and they give you specific help on whatever. Um,
That's the
when
link to
we,
office hours. If you want to join office hours, in 5 minutes, you can go to eviai.com/success. And then you could join my team there. You're going to see all the questions they're answering and basically just you share your screen, they help you install it,
and
whatever.
sometimes there's hardly anyone else on, so it's like you get one-on-one support. So,
Exactly.
and they're incredibly helpful,
Yeah.
absolutely incredibly helpful. So for job seekers, there's two things. One is outreach via comments that, and you said yourself, people are reluctant to reach out because, I don't want to bother people, blah, blah, blah. And then, it's posting for visibility. It's, can we talk about that a little bit? Because, reaching out to hiring managers. So, there's a company that somebody wants to join, they have a posting, people are reaching out to someone within the company trying to get an informational discussion. Um, you know, can we talk about the best approach and how to use, because VAI helps with, some of the tactics and strategies. Um, but so much of it is the mindset too, right?
Yeah. 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 Mindset is big. The question is, do you have a networking mindset? Are you in the form of giving or are you looking to take, take, take? There are takers, there are matchers, and there are givers. What are you? Are you a taker? Are you looking to get a job? I'm looking to get a job. I'm looking to get, get, get. Stop trying to get and starting to give. Switch from getting to giving. So, what can you give? How can you give values? How can you stop being a leech and give value? That's the question I want you to ask in the world. How can you go from getting to giving? I want you to think about that. That's going to be the most important thing. So, you got to commit to give. So, when you get on the phone with Christy or any recruiting person, say, Christy, what are you looking for? When you get on an interview, ask them questions. You know how many times I interview people, they don't ask me anything? They're just like, "Are you ready to hire me? Are you ready to hire me?" They didn't ask me anything. Nothing. They didn't learn about my business. They didn't learn about what I'm looking for. They didn't have an added value to me. You know how many salespeople try to get jobs by me and they don't add value? Could you imagine a sales rep comes to me and they close the deal before I hire them? They come to me with a lead. They're like, Joe, let's get on the phone with this guy, blah, blah, blah. I would hire the guy in a second, right? Because they went and brought me leads. Like they showed that you're not, you want to work for me and you're not adding value to me. That shows that you're just wanting to take. And I don't mind, most people are going to be takers. If you want to take, pay to take. You get what I'm saying? Invest and take. Invest and take. But if you want something, you want a free ride, it's not going to work. So you have to, Napoleon Hill writes in his book, Think and Grow Rich. He says, know what you want, right? Write down exactly what you want and then write down what are you going to give that is more valuable than what you want. Your sacrifice, as they call it in the Bible. What are you willing to give to God, to the world, to the universe that is more valuable than what you want? You want $100,000 a year? You want 200,000, 300,000? How are you adding value that's worth more than that? 10 times more than that. I want you to really let that sit in your bone. And you're like, I don't have value to add. Then why are you asking for 100K? Go be a Walmart greeter.
There's a question asks, what's the best way to get your link post seen so they actually come up in people's
Comment
feeds?
on posts. Write
Comment
content.
on, yeah.
If you comment on my posts, 1,000 people will see your comment. I comment on Gary Vaynerchuk's posts. You know why? Because 1,000 people will see my comment. You know how many times I close business just from having a comment? I'll find a
So
CEO that I want to get into business with, and I'll just comment on his post consistently. I just closed a $36,000 deal with a CEO of a $10 million business. You want to know how? All I did was leave comments once a week on his post for a year. He noticed. He sent me a message. He's like, Joe, can you come train my team? $36,000 for the year.
Wow. So it starts with commenting, it starts with posting, and when you post, that should add value as well, correct?
I mean, I added value on my post today, didn't I? I made people think about the difference between in-person and Zoom and like weighing which one they should be doing more. So, and I
Okay, and we're
posted
about
pictures
out
of
of
all the
time, but
people. Yeah.
there's something else. So there's all this, people are talking about all this AI generated content on LinkedIn. And and it's getting kind of almost robotic, right? And but what you're suggesting is yeah, you can use AI to help generate, but it's got to start with authenticity,
Yeah.
correct?
Yeah, it's got to start with you being a real human. Like be a real human. Yes, I started off my posts with me, right? I wrote what I wanted to write. But then I took one thing that came to me and I put it into AI and filled in the rest for me. Most people are only going to see the beginning of it, but some people are going to click on the show more button and keep reading. And then I read through the whole thing and kind of like changed the lines. And you saw how I kind of massaged it for 60 seconds. So that's me adding enough for it to be 100% human. I had my eyes on it. I didn't just allow the robot to write garbage for me. I had my
Right.
eyes on it. So if you have your eyes on it, you're taking responsibility for the machine. Do you get what I'm saying? The machine should be doing 80% of the work, but you should get 100% of the responsibility for making it sound 100% authentic. So when a Tesla takes me from point A to point B and I didn't drive, I still took responsibility. I told it where to go, and then I took over if it did something stupid. Do you get what I'm saying? But the machine did 80% of the work. I just told it where to go and how to get there and all the jazz. I put on the blinker and it changed the lane. Do you get what I'm saying? To get out of the way.
Okay. So we're out of time, Joe. Uh, what's the best
The
people
best thing
to,
to do is if you need help, just do a footprint audit. Go to footprintaudit.com. We'll do a digital footprint
okay.
audit on you. Very easy to do. Put in your LinkedIn URL, press next. It'll ask you a few questions. You'll do a footprint audit. It's free. There's my logo's not even on it. I'm not promoting anything there. Um, Go to footprintaudit.com. I think it'll help some of you and send it to other people. That's a helpful tool for your friends to use. You know what I mean? Like if you want to get in touch with the CFO to hire, hey, by the way, I looked at your profile. I think you could use some help. Do a footprint audit. I did mine. My score was 73. What's your score? Right? And they will do the footprint. They're like, oh, that's super helpful. They're like, yeah, I'm happy to hop on the phone and show you some things that I learned at a presentation I was recently at. And then you're being helpful to the CFO, and they're like, oh, wow, that's so cool. And then now you become friends with them, and they're like, are you looking for a job? Because I'm looking to hire someone helpful like you. And they're like, yeah, but I
It's
don't know that you
so
could afford me.
important.
Yeah.
You're absolutely right. That's exactly what happens. And
Yeah.
that's how I get clients is
Yeah.
try to be helpful.
I am just trying to be helpful. I'm not trying to sell anything. I'm not trying to push my agenda. I just want to be a giver. What can I do for you? Bill, what can do? Bill, do you need a massage? Bill, do you need something? Tell me what you need. Do you need a scalp massage? What do you need? Cindy, what do you need? How can I help you? Ira, what do you need? Bill, what do you need?
Well, Joe, we're going to send out the recording to everyone and then links for how to get in touch with your team and the footprint audit. And thank you so much for being with us. And
Yeah, thank you for having me. And
next
guys,
time you're in California, we're going to have you on again. And I'm going to go down to wherever you are, San Diego, and we're going to do this live
and
in
we'll do a
person.
selfie. And we'll do a selfie. The
Yeah,
most
I
important part of the whole
know.
thing is we'll do a selfie.
We'll do a selfie. We'll do a selfie. Thank you, Joe, so much for being with us. And you've really added value to the community. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Safe travels back to the East Coast. And we're so grateful that you're in California for one. But thank you
Thank
for
you guys.
everything that you do. You
My
are
pleasure.
so generous. And everyone, you can reach out to Joe. He's out on LinkedIn to him. He'll respond to you.
Yeah, please send me a message on LinkedIn and tell me what you thought of the presentation. That would be very nice.
Okay. Thank you, everyone. Bye.
Bye.